Hey, coming up right now. All right, this might be a little bit of a reach. A restaurant has set an age restriction for all customers, and we're not just talking about toddlers. We'll tell you about that coming up.
Also coming up, why some experts are sounding the alarm about alcohol on long flights.
A little bit later on, Bravo-holics. The wait is almost over. Bravo has revealed the cast for the revamped Real Housewives of New York City.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English. Man, thank you. Listen, you look great today for a Friday. I'm telling you, you look really good. I am Mitch English. Thank you so much here. You know who looks great is old Matt Doolittle. Matt, how are you, buddy? What's new, man?
Guys, I officially feel like I'm an adult. I went to my first dinner party with a bunch of adults. Where we sat there and had different dishes and talked about the world and drank fancy wine. Like, it was my first adult dinner party.
Oh, man.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Horrible.
I miss the old days of the kegger out in the back and just lighting stuff on fire. Yeah.
Right.
It was all
now
dressed
Matt's
up.
wearing like these jackets. It's nice to see Matt at work because like he dresses really nice. But like outside of work, it's t-shirts and high
It's
tops.
t-shirts with cats with America flags on.
Look, I saw the t-shirt coming in. It's spectacular.
It had this hat on with a raccoon on it.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, there was 3 cats on
It's
the
3
t-shirt?
cats. It's America. I mean, it's America.
It's a 4th of July
It's the summer.
cat
4th of July
t-shirt.
time.
I love
Well,
it.
welcome to adulthood,
Yes.
Maddie.
I don't want it.
I don't wanna.
So speaking of adults, some lady has been making headlines because she says, loud and proud, she refuses to return her car.
Okay. I know you're talking about.
Yes. Now,
Give me my wallet.
I have an issue with this.
Thank
We've
you.
talked about this before. I swear, I'll go to one of the big box stores. I park there, right near the cart return, and somebody's left a shopping cart right there, and they just banked it on the grassy median there. She claims she doesn't return them because she's got a car full of kids and she's loaded groceries and she's worried somebody might kidnap her kids.
All right, and and this woman, by the way, is a therapist. She's a doctor, or I don't know if she's a doctor, but she gives advice to other people. Right, is what I'm saying. And she goes, "I don't care what you think. I don't care." So here's the problem, and I'm on the same boat with you. I'm all about.
Yes.
I don't care if it's across the other. I will take the cart back.
Yes.
I think first off, character is what you do when no one's watching. Right?
100%.
That says everything about this woman. It also says she's made up her mind no matter what. She's not going to do it. So even when she goes there, she's not looking to get really close to the
Okay,
crowd.
that's not
She
good.
just says, I don't care.
That's not good. I'm situational. At my Publix downtown,
Yes.
there is not a cart return.
Publix is a grocery store, by the way.
Yeah, it's a grocery store, sorry. It's 100 degrees outside, and I'm at the end of the line, and there's no cart return.
Okay.
I'm leaving it.
Yeah.
I'm not walking it all the way back.
I wouldn't say I would
Well,
still
That's
do it.
you.
I would,
But if
yeah.
there's a cart return, I'm happy to
Here's
return
the thing,
it.
Maddie. Because at this particular grocery store you're talking about, they will take the carts out. They'll ask you, hey, would you like somebody to take it?
service
Man, burly guy,
Yeah.
whatever, 3 or 4 kids.
Yeah.
And it said they wear a badge that says please no tipping as well.
Yes.
So it's part of that. So I get that. But and I'm sorry to just
No,
when I heard this
I
thing.
know.
So what you're also doing is teaching your kids it's not
Yes.
cool. It's not, don't do
Yeah.
that, don't do that. And it's like, you know what? We all have a social contract that we're doing because you don't want to do that. Now I got to pay more for my groceries because they'll wind up getting stolen, broke, whatever. We need to talk about this
As
more.
as a former cart boy, though, I liked when they were out there because I got more time out of the store dealing with all the people, so I could go roam around and get the carts.
Well, that's on your time. If I pull into a parking lot and there
That's
is
another
only
thing.
one space available and I think fantastic and I get ready to turn in and there's a shopping cart right there that somebody left in a parking space, that irritates the heck out of me.
There's so many things that this woman, she just said she's not going to do. And again, I know we're taking a lot of time on this,
No.
but there is some preparation. Let's what do they call it? Put a pin in this?
Yes.
Because I want to talk. You have no idea how enraged I was
I
when I
know.
heard about this.
I hear you, bud.
So there we go. We'd love, by the way, we'd love to hear your comments
Yes.
now on this. Taking the carts back with kids, good or bad. Share it with us, so then when we do have this
Mm-hmm.
discussion again, we'll share it with everybody else. We've got to jump into the show. You have just you hit
lit
a
a
pop
fire.
button. Oh man, because that is a big deal for me.
Yes, me
we go
too.
now to the Show Me State, where they're showing age restriction at some restaurants, and it's actually divided the internet. not taking we're not talking about like taking the 10 and under crowd as far as age traditions go. Bliss Restaurant, it's in St. Louis. They have a minimum age for those who want to enjoy their upscale Caribbean food, which, by the way, when I think of Caribbean food, I think of St. Louis. The minimum age for ladies is 30. It's 35 if you're a male. And according to their Facebook post, the restaurant created the policy to help maintain a level of sophistication, uphold certain standards, and support their unique ambiance. Bliss is so committed to the rule that if a customer is suspected looking younger than 30, they have to have their hostess or maybe even a St. Louis County police officer check their ID. The restaurant actually plans to start to-go orders soon for those who don't meet their age requirements. They're allowed to do whatever they want.
Yes. I did a little digging, and their reasoning for this is because they're tired of the social media crowd, the 20-somethings coming in, not enjoying their meal, constantly taking pictures, constantly doing videos. And their whole point is come in, enjoy our restaurant, and enjoy our food. Now, the reason behind the women being younger than the men with regard to the age restriction, is that they feel like women are more mature.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Have you been with Matt and I?
No argument here. Okay.
Yeah, we're with you on that.
All right.
It also does something, I believe it's under the Apple, I was reading about if you make something that is harder to get, people want it more.
Yes.
So it's kind of like it gives them
true.
There's an elite status here. When I turn 30, I'm going to go to get me some Caribbean food at Bliss. Hey, let them do it. More power to them. Obviously, we're talking about places that are having a hard time getting people to come.
Yeah.
So this actually, if this doesn't hurt them, God bless them. I think it's great. I think it's fine.
I do too. Researchers are calling for limits when it comes to serving in-flight beer, wine, and cocktails after finding a possible connection to long flights and healthcare. The combination of alcohol consumption and cabin pressure at cruising altitudes can have a negative effect on passengers who happen to doze off mid-flight. The study found the combination can lower the amount of oxygen in the blood and raise the heart rate for an extended period of time. This, in turn, could potentially escalate the risk of health complications and medical emergencies during flights. Research results also indicated that even in young and healthy individuals, the combination of alcohol intake with sleeping conditions at a high altitude could strain the cardiac system.
All right, and it also, they're having huge problems with people not behaving in mid-flight as well.
Yes.
I mean, so that kind of goes along with it, and that's all we need is just a medical reason to stop doing stuff, right?
Do you want to fly anymore? I do not.
You know, I literally this morning I had dropped off my wife at the airport, and we were talking about that. It's just how travel has changed so much. And she's like, I used to do layovers because then I'd get more points, and I don't care, and it take me. And now it's like I just want to get there and don't. And sometimes we don't want to. We don't have to anymore.
I will tell you though, in Greece, the flight club. It was Flight Club or whatever it was.
You don't talk about the Flight Club.
You don't talk about the Flight Club. They had a self-serve bar. On ahead of a 12-hour flight that I had home. So let me tell you, the pours were a little heavy. That was very dangerous. My wife's like, calm down a little bit.
Now I know our conversation why. Okay.
Interesting. I'm always concerned about the people who say, I hate to fly, so what I do is I have a couple cocktails and an Ambien. I'm like, are those the people that end up like mid-flight waking up in zombie mode and freaking out?
You know, and then that's coupled with jet lag too. If you think about that, you're waking up and then your time that wherever you're at has to screw something up.
Exactly.
So I'm certain there's something to this, especially we weren't supposed to be that high up in the air in the first place, right? So think about that.
Jenna Lyons was the most recognized name from the rebooted cast for season 14 of The Real Housewives of New York City. However, by the end of the season, it seemed that we didn't get to know much about the former president and creative director at J.Crew. Many fans of the show figured that Jenna wouldn't return for a second season. Some said they didn't think she deserved another shot. A few months ago, it was confirmed that she reclaimed her apple for season 15, and no one was more surprised than host Andy Cohen. Andy recently confessed that he never anticipated Jenna coming back to the show. Andy also teased a really good upcoming season with Jenna on board. Jenna maintained more privacy regarding her personal life than her co-star. She's now maybe engaged, so she keeps quiet about her relationships off the show. We'll see how this all plays out.
I had not seen this too much, or her at least, but she seems a little bit more where there's not going to be a whole lot of drama around her, you know? I mean, this is a woman that's actually done some, run a company, a very successful company. So it's interesting to see that sort of thing and how really the whole franchise is based off people that are dysfunctional somewhat. He even said it. They can't even do reunions because they're not even getting along as far as the New Jersey goes. But I haven't watched her on there, so it'd be interesting to see about that.
And I get good TV. You want people who are kind of controversial because it keeps you glued. But at some point, you look at these people and their bad behavior is rewarded. And I think that's also another issue. It's like you look at these people and they're awful.
Then
a lot of them are awful. I shouldn't say all of them, but some of them are just really.
They start traveling across the country in airplanes, and they're taking Ambiens and alcohol, and then
flipping tables, throwing wine, cats through the air.
We've got some entertainment coming up. SOS, stick around for that. I'm going to be talking to the girl band right here on Daily Flash. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. If you're in love with music, we got a new band that's ready to give you the secret of sound.
Whenever you're down, just know you're not alone. Send out an SOS, SOS, SOS. We'll be there to keep you safe when it all gets too much. Know that you deserve the best in the world, nothing less. We'll take care of your heart till you learn to love yourself. Send out an SOS.
That is the ladies of SOS, and they're joining us here on set. Thank you all so much for joining us. Introduce yourself so everybody knows who everybody is.
I'm Kayla Rose.
I'm Aya.
I'm Ellie.
And I'm Z.
And you are SOS. And tell everybody out there, really, how was Secrets of Sound actually formed?
So we all have our own sort of connections with one another. That's my sister, my younger sister Aya, and I've been mentoring Kayla for many years. And Kayla and Z have known each other for years as well. So it's really just a beautiful harmony how we all came together.
Was music like a big thing in your family? I mean, or was it something that, as girls get together, they just kind of, they always sing, I would assume.
Yes, I think that's what unites us actually, is that we all have had a very heavy influence of music in our households.
That's great. And dancing too. I saw the dance, which by the way, y'all didn't see, but like start the music, we're all like up here just doing this stuff and all that. And you can't with not do it, but when you hear great music, right? So let's talk about each talent. Maybe break down your talent. This is where you get to brag about yourself a little bit. Maybe what would you say do you bring to the band? We'll start with you.
I think that I bring a lot musically when it comes to helping out with harmonies. I was in a show choir for a little while, and so I have a lot of experience making harmonies and working with a group and finding blend and things like that, as well as some songwriting aspects.
Aya, what about yourself?
Well, I've been dancing since I've been like 2 years old, so I definitely help with the choreography, and I just started social media, so I also help with the social media.
So for the whole group, right?
Yes.
So that's a hard thing to stay on top of,
It
right?
is. I mean, even their personal accounts, I try to help them so we can grow together.
Yeah, all right. Ellie, what would you say is what you bring towards the band, or to the band?
I think as similar with Kayla, a lot of vocal background, harmony builds, and song structures, songwriting's been like a massive part of my life. I've also been in many groups before, so having that sort of like prior knowledge is great, and having a mentorship program is also great too, because it kind of helps how we communicate and work together, as well as like dance backgrounds.
I always think too when you're mentoring somebody, it gives you accountability to do better, and it kind of like makes you right, yeah, 100%. It makes you a better person because you're doing
1000%.
Right?
I've never been more inspired in my life.
I love that. All right, Z, what about yourself?
Definitely more like helping with the choreography and the dance aspect, kind of like I minus the social media. She's great at that. But I'm on a Latin dance team, and we travel, and I've been doing that for 7-ish years, and I'm also on a hip hop crew. So I think I bring some different flavors to our choreography.
Okay, so what's it like? I mean, obviously it's kind of a loaded question because, music today is delivered and you get discovered really much different than it was 5-10 years, even when I was your age. Right. But what would you say right now, like breaking into the new scene, is like, what is something that, that you really have to stay on top of in order to continue your success?
I mean, social media for sure.
All of it, really?
Is such a big role in the industry and in our lives. We've never lived in a world without social media.
Right.
That's how we discover new music as well for ourselves and who we're inspired by. So I feel like that's such a heavy hand in music now.
And being able to really utilize that and take trends and individualize, make them our own, making our own trends, having that creativity is really what helps sets us apart.
I love that. And do you guys actually have sit-down meetings and like, even with no music involved, just, all right, this is what we got Yes.
Yes.
We gotta do
Once
this.
a week we sit and we brainstorm.
Good.
Yeah.
Good correlation of like trying to figure out what is actually working, maybe
Right.
not working. Good,
Right.
keep that up. Okay, I know it works.
it.
That's why I say that. Breaking down your album, a little blend of what pop, R&B. Describe it. Who can best describe?
Like a bit of like 90s Dua Lipa with just like a touch of Ariana Grande.
Okay. And you're finding yourselves when you're on stage, great reception from that. I mean, what is something that you really feel that you get when you did a great show and you're walking off? Is it one of those like, man, I wish I would have done this better, or man, this just was fun? I mean, where are you at with that? Because I would imagine fun and work.
I couldn't agree more. I think we all come from a theatrical background, which is really fun for us. So live performing is our first love. So I think each one of us, when we come off stage, we're just so hyped and so excited to have
We're
done.
usually laughing at things that went wrong, little things that only we know.
Yeah.
Okay, so when did you decide, all right, listen, all four of us, we have talents, we can get together. I mean, whose idea was just like, let's make something out of this? How did that come about?
So I came up to Ellie, because again, I was working with her, she was helping me as a soloist, writing music, and I said, I want to be in a group. She said, why? I was like, and I really convinced her, I worked really hard, she was super down for it. We called in Z. At the time, Ellie was our creative director and really worked on a managerial part of the process, and then eventually she hopped in and we had Aya, and this was the four. We are the four that's always really been together and stuck it through no matter how difficult the journey got.
All right, and your debut single is SOS, already receiving a great response. Who can best describe where the inspiration was that came behind that?
I think SOS is about sending out a message, finding the people that are right for you. I know in my girl group, these are the girls that are right for me. These are the girls that are gonna have my back. They're gonna be my bridesmaids, my best maids. They are my girls. And it's important to find those people for you. So if you don't have those people, we can be that for you. If you send out an SOS, we will be here to support you.
Loving that. It's all about looking out for other people so you can look out for yourself. And you guys look like you had fun, by the way, on making that video.
It was so much fun. We did.
I mean, that
We
had to
always
be fun.
do.
All right, quick. We're going to go through here. First person, just say who you think as a group. I'm going to give you a description. You tell me who it is, all right? Who is the worst driver of everybody?
Probably Aya, only because she doesn't know how to drive yet.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
I've seen her at bumper cars.
Watch me be the best driver.
Okay, that's
Watch me be the best driver.
All right, who eats the most?
Z.
Z, all right. Well, dancing, doing a lot of that, doing the snacky.
active.
All right, and then finally, who belches the most? Because I know girls belch. After you're eating a lot and then just getting it. All right, so I think we already know the answer. Nobody gonna say anything. You can harp on older sis if you
comment
want.
on that,
All right, ladies, thank you so much. I knew none of you would get the answer. But you can find out more info on SOS. Check out their Instagram page, Secrets of Sack. Hey kids, welcome back to Daily Flash. I am Matt Doolittle, and welcome to Doing It This Week. Kids, you know I'm a bit of a theme park buff. I watch the vlogs, I read up on the stories, and most of all, I go to them. A lot. Probably too much. But hey, I pay for the pass, so might as well get my money's worth. Well, one theme park in California is cutting down on the one thing I hate the most about the theme parks. No, it's not the price. No, it's not waiting or even having to pay to park. It's the line skippers. Now, Knott's Berry Farm in California is taking care of that. Yes, the theme park was made famous because of its fried chicken, is allowing fellow theme park goers to tattle on other folks cutting the line. There are now signs placed throughout the park warning guests that line jumping or holding spots is not permitted. They're asking folks to text the Knott's Berry Farm security about any offenders. I am for this 100%. Have you ever been in line for the Rise of Resistance at Disney for 2.5 hours, only to have some guy and his kids come by without that disdain of waiting in line all day look and say, sorry, hey, can I catch up with my family? Sorry. He's got the kid, he looks legit, so you let him go, only to have him go all the way past you where you can't see him anymore. Then when you get off the ride, you see him, the kid already relaxing with a Ronto wrap, no other family members, and a smug look of, I played you, ha ha, you stupid nerf herder. This is a true story, it happened, and I almost got in a fist fight over it. I shot him my own version of a lightsaber. Anyway, my point is this, yes, I will tattle on you if you skip any of the lines. I am all for Knott's Berry Farm, so I give you this. And please, do it to all of those line cutters. Yeah. Good stuff there, Matt, right?
All right, Fabian Marcano from Daily Flash Latino joins us now for our relationship refresh.
Hey,
yeah,
what's
exactly.
happening, Fabian?
I'm happy to be here, guys. We always have to stay refreshed in relationships.
Yes.
Absolutely, 100%.
So
Yes.
how about we stay on topic? There's top three dating trends that we're doing in 2024 that have never been seen before. This
Okay.
is all brand new. At number 3, we have kitten fishing. Have you guys ever heard of it?
Yes.
It's a funny version of catfishing. Kitten fishing involves embellishing one's profile to appear more appealing on dating platforms. Pretty much just make yourself look a little bit. Right?
Also known as a Tuesday on any other day.
Right,
That's
exactly.
right. That's right.
I don't see anything new about that. Just a name, right?
The thing is, it seems harmless, but kitten fishing, it actually raises a lot of questions. Because when you're not authentic and when you don't
Good
seem
point.
yourself, it seems a little untrustworthy is what I would call it.
No, you're right. When you say, especially with pictures too, so when you show up and you can't even identify who the person you were
That's-
with.
When you're 90 and you're showing a picture of you 45 years ago, that's an issue. Yeah.
And AI has actually made it even worse nowadays
Didn't
with
think about that.
people inventing new stuff with faces. I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah.
Kitten fishing's a pretty bad one, but that's not that bad. At number 2, we have the famous one, ghosting. You guys have heard of ghosting,
Yes.
I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
It refers to abruptly ending communication without any explanation at all. Have you guys ever ghosted anybody?
Yes, I have, and I have been on the other side of ghosting as well.
Yeah, I think me too. I'll second that. It's a weird situation.
Yeah.
Not so much maybe ghosting somebody, but saying, hey, this isn't working for me, and then them constantly trying to get back in the picture, and then you just decide, you know
You
what?
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to jump on that, it's like they give you the answer. It's just like you feel like, well, you don't want that answer, and
want
so
an
you keep on getting more, and then it drives the other person to go, look,
Yeah.
you are really not what I want because
Right.
you're not listening to what I have to say.
It's no clear communication is basically what I get at. I
Yeah.
mean, there are way more respectful ways to end a relationship
Yes.
or stop talking to somebody, I guess, right?
I've always loved that phrase, rejection is protection. So if somebody ends up ghosting you, wasn't meant to be, thank your lucky stars.
That's right. That's a new one for me.
like
You
that
learn
one?
something
I think
every
birth
day.
control should use that as their slogan.
Oh my God. Well, that is the famous ghosting. I mean, you do kind of just lose track of your communication with
Yes.
some people, I guess. And it's not that respectful, but that's all right. It leads us to our number 1 dating trend of 2024. It's called breadcrumbing.
Okay, explain this.
Okay, yeah.
Breadcrumbing is new to me also. I'm young and I don't even know what the heck's going on with this. It involves some, I guess, sending non-committal messages to someone who's interested without intending to pursue a relationship.
Yeah.
Leading them on, really.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
leading them on.
Yes, yeah.
So you guys know about this. How do you guys know
Yes.
about this and I don't know?
Well, I didn't know there was
There's
a
a
term
name for
for
it.
it. Yeah, but I've there's been certain levels of experience with that where you're not sure what's going on with the other person. It's like, are you interested in dating,
Yeah.
or are you just sort of throwing it out there? I'm confused.
I think when that movie Baby Reindeer, did you see that? Oh, okay. Remember when he winds up hooking up with her?
Yes.
That's a
Yes.
huge breadcrumb, but
Yeah.
it made her think like, well, this guy
you're
is interested
interested.
in
Yeah.
me, and it wasn't. And it's a psychological warfare if you really think about it,
Yeah.
because you're only thinking about yourself, and it can hurt that other person even more.
Absolutely, Mitch. And I also think that in real life, when you do that and you're not doing it for a Netflix series, it feels a lot worse. I'm telling you, it feels a lot worse.
Yeah, so only do it for Netflix series, right? That's
Keep
what you
it,
say,
keep it in the
Fabian.
movies,
you can
guys.
make $1 million idea out of it. Good for you.
Fabian, always love having you on. Good
Yes,
stuff
great to
here.
see you.
Of course, by the way, you can check out Fabian on his show. It's Daily Flash Latino. All you have to do is head to dailyflashlatino.com to check your local listings and times. And of course, if you have any ideas for our relationship refresh, Fabian, I'm sure, would be happy to hear them. So you can go there and drop him an email. Stick around. More Flash coming up after this.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
All right, I'm going to start this off. Hopefully, I'm just going to let you. You might not want to listen, but basically, this guy, he's 63 years old, and he had surgery, right? And got out of surgery. He and his wife, they go to a diner in Florida. And have you ever coughed and sneezed at the same time, or maybe done 2 bodily functions at the exact same time?
Yeah. Okay.
It hurts.
It hurts.
It'll hurt.
Okay.
Well, it hurt this guy so much, he sneezed and coughed at the same time,
No, I know where you're going.
and he blew out his colon. Right there. and this is not a joke or anything. He says he was sitting there, and he said he felt a wet sensation, which that makes sense.
Oh my!
Followed by a sharp pain, and he goes and looks. His intestines were outside of his body.
Oh, good Lord.
Stop! This sounds like a horror movie.
Right? And then, so they called the ambulance. Ambulance came, took him back in there. They were able to get all his intestines back where they were supposed to go. In the hospital for 6 days.
What do you do when you show up and you go, I don't know what to do here? Put some duct tape on it?
What do you do? Can I get
Spit
a
on it?
napkin?
I don't know.
Your wage? But anyway, so he's doing fine, which is the good news. As I said, 6 days in the hospital. He says he felt great. So if you ever, I always wanted to know, like, I'm sure I have in my life, sneezed and coughed at the same time, but you imagine that amount of pressure right after having some kind of surgery.
Well, Johnny Knoxville sneezed and blew out his eye once.
You know,
his eye
really?
popped out. Yeah, after that Action Park movie he did.
I tell you, one of my good friends, he was, I guess, partied too much, and he was messed up his eyeball like that.
Broke his orbital bone.
That's what it was,
Yeah.
and it was like red. He looked like he was the spawn of Satan for the longest time. It was awesome, actually. Anyway, so be careful there. Either choose one or the other. All right.
Yeah, cough or sneeze.
Cough
not
or
both
sneeze.
at
The
same
guy's
time.
doing great. I wonder though if he got the meal for free.
I was gonna say, who paid the check? Like, what do you? Is that an awkward conversation? We
Yeah.
need the check, please.
Check, please.
Or
Check,
do you
please.
just sort of hope that they call it a day?
You're
I won't
crossing
have what
fingers.
he had.
Thank you, Meg Ryan.
It was full of fiber, apparently. Is that right? What do you think about that? All right, this weekend is Father's Day weekend, and Ebates, a site that actually offers coupons and cash back from retailers, released a survey revealing what dads do not want for Father's Day.
This is
Here we go.
good.
92% of them said that they would rather be given anything but a gym membership. Dads also apparently aren't fond of receiving clothing. 36% of them says they're tired of getting underwear and socks, and 35% of them says, listen, no more ties. We don't want ties. To make it a little bit easier, from another recent survey about the worst gifts to get dad this year. Here we go. We'll start off at number 10. Number 10 is jewelry. Now, if I got jewelry, I would like that. That'd be nice. Barbecue tools, you know, you're going to just...
Totally
specific.
Father's Day gift.
Socks, anything that says best dad merchandise, dads don't want it at all. Gym attire, they don't want that at all.
Yeah, that's what I used to get my dad as a subtle note of take your tubby butt to the gym.
Which I think is funny. Now, on the other side of that, cufflinks, followed by bow ties, Hawaiian shirts, golf-related items, because if you give somebody a golf-related item, they're kind of stuck with that. You know what I'm saying?
These are all things they don't
They
want.
do not want at all.
Really?
So,
Golf,
and number one, I was waiting to pop it up there. I want to see if y'all guess, but
gear.
fishing gear, especially if you don't fish. Now, if you're wondering what dads do want for Father's Day, here's another list. They would like to go out for a meal, all right, a getaway trip, beer,
Yep.
beer.
I mean, that works at any holiday.
And then spending time with the kids. Now, what I think is funny is that beer came before spending time with the kids. So you think about that. Now you know what dads want.
Can I tell you a quick story? And we don't have time, but I gave my dad a beer making kit one time for Father's Day. Never used it. ever. And I thought, this is the coolest gift ever. Not interested.
Made moonshine.
It disappeared, and I would ask him about it, and he quickly changed the
I
topic.
drank
Beer
it.
making kit.
Anyway, happy Father's Day, dads out there. More Daily Flash after this.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Are you looking to upgrade your tech? Tech It Out host Mark Saltzman has the latest on what's new this summer for all the tech lovers in your life.
There's no shortage of great gadgets and games ahead of the summer season. So why don't we start off with getting our game on? You know, one of the biggest trends in console gaming is playing your favorite titles remotely. And Sony Interactive Entertainment recently introduced PlayStation Portal. As the name suggests, this lets you play your favorite PS5 games on a portable screen in the palm of your hand, even if someone else is using the family room TV, as this works over Wi-Fi. With PlayStation Portal and PlayStation 5, which now comes in a sleeker look, you can play today's top games like MLB The Show 24 or the upcoming Star Wars Outlaws. Costs are $199 for the PlayStation Portal, and the PS5 starts at $449. Speaking of watching TV, the new Roku Pro Series TV is the centerpiece to your home theater setup. Take a look at this. This is a stunning new 4K TV with powerfully simple streaming and an immersive audio experience as well. Love that elegant design. You can also turn your TV into a work of art when you're not watching television with something called backdrops. That's it right there. It's a wide catalog of free artwork, including classics. The Pro Series TV includes the new Roku Voice Remote Pro 2nd Edition with backlit keys and USB charging. Love that. Prices start at $899 for the 55-inch model, goes all the way up to the 75-inch model. Next up, something for computer users. WD just introduced the highest capacity 2.5-inch external hard drive at 6 terabytes. That's right. This is the latest from WB, the My Passport drive. That's 6,000 gigabytes, in other words, providing a ton of storage to carry all of your photos, videos, including home movies, music, games, and important documents. The WD My Passport is a slim and durable drive, about the size of a deck of cards, and it gets its power from the laptop's USB, so you don't need to plug it into the wall. Included software adds password protection and automatic backups. Prices start at just $65 for the 1 terabyte drive and goes up to $180 for that 6 terabyte model. And then finally, let's head to the outdoors with Reolink and their E-Series cameras. This is the E560 4K Wi-Fi 6 security camera with pan, tilt, and zoom. Along with outstanding 4K resolution, there's 64 gigs of memory included, therefore no monthly cloud storage fees. There's auto tracking, as you can see, two-way talk, and an easy-to-use and free app. It's normally $139, which is a great price, but you can look for specials where it's down to $119. There's also the Reolink Argus B360, a battery-based security solution with a solar panel and that 64 gigs of storage as well, and that's down to $129 on sale. So as you can see, no shortage of gear, gadgets, and games just ahead of the summer season.
All right, we got a public service campaign from the Prevent Cancer Foundation that really could save lives.
Hey, babe. Ooh, looks like a busy day.
So busy we might have to skip pickleball. First things first, I'm scheduling my mammogram and gyno appointments. You know, to check for cancer, something you should think about.
Me? But I don't have the...
You have a colon and you're over 45.
I thought that screening starts at 50.
It's 45, and I wonder if you're eligible for lung cancer screenings. Didn't you smoke in college?
But hey, I mean, I feel great now. I mean, look at this.
And seriously, remember, if there's something, early detection equals better outcomes. The doctor's called. I got the all clear.
Woohoo! And you'll be happy to know I scheduled my cancer screenings too.
Now that's a reason to hit the court and celebrate. Go to preventcancer.org to find out the cancer screenings you need.
Check your health. Early detection equals better outcomes.
We've got an easy way that you can catch up. Go to our website, dailyflashshow.com.
Very simple there. You can watch full episodes. Of course, we have links as well as the full broadcast of those interviews and all those topics right there at the website waiting there for you. Plus, you can also see anything that's been on the show right there. It's plain and simple.
Yeah, it's super easy. If you like a topic, you can just click on those links right there. It'll take you right to that, dailyflashshow.com. What's the easiest and best way to update your beauty game this summer? Beauty editor Cheryl Kramer-Kate joins us with a scoop on the latest DIY hair color. Hi, Cheryl.
Thanks for having me. I'm here with something brand new from L'Oreal Paris that gives you the best color of your life, and you do it at home. L'Oreal Paris was the inventor of permanent hair color, and now they've reinvented the at-home color category. This is the Color Sonic, a revolutionary device that reminds me actually of a high-end espresso machine, but instead of making coffee, you're coloring your hair. You just pick, pop, and press. Pick your shade, pop in the cartridge, and press the button. It mixes the dye and developer automatically, and then the color comes out through the bristles, mess-free and freshly brewed every time. Then all you have to do is brush the tool through your hair. The moving bristles adjust their speed to distribute the perfect amount of color for your hair type, your thickness, curl pattern, length, and texture. The entire process, whether you're just doing your roots or going from root to tip, takes just 5 minutes. It's an incredibly innovative tool that took 10 years to develop and perfect and has over 29 patents. It was also actually named a Best of Innovation Award honoree at the Consumer Electronics Show and one of Time Magazine's top 100 inventions. There are 20 gorgeous shades to choose from with the help of a L'Oreal color quiz. And the formula gives you rich, high shine color and 100% gray coverage, perfect for women like me whose gray roots come in like 2 weeks. I also love it for in-between salon visits, for when I just need a quick touch-up and when I can't get to the salon. And for anyone dealing with their first grays, Color Sonic is your new best friend. Your hair also feels nourished and hydrated, and the formula is free from ammonia, silicones, and phthalates. L'Oreal really kept sustainability in mind as well. Check this out. Each cartridge gives you a full head of color, but if you are just doing your roots, you can get up to 3 uses out of each cartridge, so what you don't use, you can save for next time. The Color Sonic device is $124.99, and the color cartridges are $29.99. You can get them online at colorsonic.com or in-store at Target later this summer.
Today's Healthcare 911, you know, staying fit isn't easy when you have a busy schedule, but we have a way that you can incorporate more movement in your daily routine from our medical expert in this latest Dr. Ken Redcross to the Rescue Health Minute.
Now, regular physical activity is a huge health boost, not only for your body, but your mood and general well-being. So here are a few smart tricks to help you sneak in more exercise without even realizing it. Try the 50-10 rule. Take 10 minutes for a break after working uninterrupted for 50 minutes. Stand up and walk around when you're on the phone or in a virtual meeting where you're not on camera. This will help increase the step count and also give your eyes a much needed break from the screen. Put on your workout gear first thing in the morning and you're more likely to commit to doing the work than skipping out. This small change can affect your mind state and help make exercise a daily habit. Turn household chores into short workout sessions. Try some lunges, maybe while you're vacuuming or mopping. Unloading the dishwasher can be so boring, but torso twists or standing calf raises and bicep curls can help the time pass faster while you get some fitness in for the day. If your body gets a little sore from these added activities, remember to take it slow and consider using a pain reliever like Arnica Gel by Boron to help keep you comfortable. Made from arnica, this unscented and quickly absorbed gel works to relieve sore and stiff muscles as well as bruising. With these simple changes, you'll be feeling more fit and healthier in no time. I'm Ken Redcross with your Dr. Redcross to the Rescue Health Minute.
According to KOA's 10th annual Camping and Outdoor Hospitality Report, travelers are looking for more ways to slow down, recharge, and reconnect. Diane Eichler with Campgrounds of America joins us now from Montana with the latest on family camping trends this summer. Hi, Diane.
Every year around this time going into peak camping season, Campgrounds of America publishes our Camping and Outdoor Hospitality Report, which is a deep dive into what to expect this camping season. We look at demographics, we look at the amount of people who are camping, but we also look at what campers are telling us that they want from their camping experience. From accommodations to amenities to recreation, we dig into it. This year, our campers are telling us they're really interested in glamping, going out and really experiencing different types of accommodations. What that looks like for Campgrounds of America are deluxe cabins with linens and kitchenettes and bathrooms, safari tents, cabooses, yurts, tree houses, anything that is very unique, but also amenity filled. Please go and visit us at KOA.com where you'll be able to see inventory and make a reservation.
Ooh, fun stuff there. All right, we got more trending news and entertainment heading your way. First, though, we got to check in with our friends at The Daily Buzz right here on Daily Flash.
Mastering the grill is no easy feat. Mistakes are always the most intimidating, so we tapped a Food Network star for tips.
It always starts with having a really ripping hot grill. And then also, make sure you're oiling your grill and not your proteins. I like to pull my steaks out of the fridge about 30 to 40 minutes ahead of time, and I season them right then.
But not all meat is created equal.
I always look for a great quality product. And Pre's grass-fed, grass-finished steaks are really the way to go. And the best part about them is that they're super consistent.
And she shared an out-of-the-box recipe to wow your crowds.
Grab some of Pre's awesome grass-fed and grass-finished ground beef, add some fresh ginger and some garlic, your favorite Asian seasonings, put that on a skewer to make an awesome beef satay, and then serve that alongside of a peanut dipping sauce and Thai noodle salad.
Get more info at epre.com or on Instagram.
With endless sunshine and warmer days, summer fun means entertaining more often. When planning, experts suggest simplifying your food and wine menu. Winemaker Chris Luton and executive chef Peter Janiak, St. Francis Winery and Vineyards, share their expert advice and recipes found on the website.
I would pair with light, crisp white wines such as a Sauvignon Blanc or Chardonnay, salads, seafood, grilled vegetables. With a full-bodied red wine such as Cabernet Sauvignon, I think that goes really well with heavier dishes such as steak or lamb.
The asparagus pairs great with our Sauvignon Blanc. Those bitter notes really make the fruit-forward Sauvignon Blanc shine. Our corn and coconut bisque is great with our Sonoma County Chardonnay. With our Sonoma County Cabernet Sauvignon, I like a grilled hanger steak.
For these recipes and more, visit stfranciswinery.com/summer pairings.
Follow The Daily Buzz on social media.
Stream of the weekend. Lots of cool stuff.
Yes,
right?
this is where we tell you our picks for what you've got to watch on television.
Yeah. And there's so many options out there. We'd love to hear what you are actually watching. You can drop us an email at flash@dailyflashshow.com. We'd love to hear from you. Stick around. Hey, welcome back to the big show. Before we head into the weekend, we always like to give you our picks for streaming for the weekend. This is where we tell you about something you got to check out on your streaming services. Andrea kicks us off.
Okay, my pick for this weekend is the Apple TV sci-fi thriller Dark Matter.
Man of science. He is married to the woman of his dreams, and they have a good life.
Have a good day.
Coffee to go?
Oh my gosh, you're my hero.
Until one night, he doesn't make it home. When he regains consciousness, everything has changed.
Mind-bending sci-fi time travel series on Apple TV starring Joel Edgerton and Jennifer Connelly. He basically kidnaps himself into an alternate universe.
Ooh, really?
And it just kind of flows from there. It's fascinating.
Check that out. He's one of those guys that's in everything.
I love him,
And my pick this week has the other guy in everything from Netflix,
Yes.
and it's Hitman.
So what's the biggest difference between the real you and your occupation?
By the way, my name is Gary Johnson, and I'm a fake hitman. I realized not everyone fantasized about the same hitman. Every sting operation was a performance.
This stars Glenn Powell from Top Gun Maverick, and it's that guy that's in everything else
Yes.
right now. It's on Netflix. It still has a 95% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It's kind of a rom-com with
great.
a murder mystery in it.
It's fun. It's fun. By the way, Google Glenn Powell dating story. I think you remember. It'll freak you out. My pick this week is the Netflix series starring Shane Gillis. It's called Tires.
Thank you for shopping at Valley Forge Automotive. Has anyone helped you out yet?
Whoa, you're a big guy.
Like in a good way?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Quick, too?
Not too quick.
No?
It's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna have about 5 or 6 brewskis.
5 or 6?
7 or 8. Good call.
You'll black out.
I'm probably gonna black out at work today.
Shane?
2 or 3 brewskis.
Fine, 2 or 3?
Deal. 6.
All right, Tires is actually self-funded by Shane Gillis himself. They're a bunch of friends. It's actually funny. A little throwback to those raunchier
love it.
comedies of the 80s and 90s with a little bit The Office kind of
It's
mixed
so
in.
good. The
It
guys
is
from
good.
the guys from the car store next when they
Hilarious.
come by, just the commercials.
It feels real, doesn't it? That does it for our show. Y'all take care. We'll see you when we look at you. Bye-bye, everyone.